Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Cracks at Turning Problems into Solutions. This is me Priyasha and I'm up with day 6 of the TISSNET crash course, and today we'll be learning analogy, a logical reasoning topic. So analogy is very much related to classification, that is the odd one out, which we did in the last video. So I'll again categorize all the questions coming under analogy. Basically we have the categories of image, letter based, number based, vocabulary based, GK based, etc. But following the TISS pattern, we have never seen a image based analogy question coming up. So that's why I'll be avoiding that in this video. And also, according to the TISS format, the alphabet type videos are very alphabet type category questions in analogy is very less. Okay, very less, very rare. So I'll be just taking up one example of that, okay, just so that it doesn't be a surprise for you. That's all. No other intentions. So I'll start with the ones which are most commonly asked, like vocabulary based questions in analogy is one of the most frequently seen questions in the TISS paper. So let's have the first question, but this first question on my screen currently is the question from the previous video which I asked you people to solve. So let's see. First of all, there is a format which we need to follow when we are doing the analogy questions. Analogy questions can be asked in two ways. Either the first way can be where the elements are separated by the colons, okay, or the double colons and colon. So what is the meaning of that? Suppose if I say that A is related to B in the same way as C is related to D. So the colon can be called as is related to, and the double colons can be called as in the same way. Okay. Similarly, the other way of writing it out without the colons is in the form of sentence, where this same question number 1 could have been written as laconic is related to garrulous in the same way as follow is related to question mark. So for solving this question, we need to know the meaning of these words. So laconic, what do you think laconic marks? Okay, laconic is a person who uses like very few words to convey much of the information. Very less talkative, we can call a person who speaks less. Okay, so garrulous on the other hand is a person who is fond of talking. He is a talkative person. Okay, so therefore we can now understand that laconic and garrulous are antonyms of each other. Similarly, if I know the meaning of follow, that is to come after, then I must search for one of the options which is the opposite or the antonym of follow. So what will be the antonym of follow? Of course, it will be precede, because precede means before and follow means after. So the answer for this question will be precede. Now moving to a new question to be done in this video. The next question is prodigal is to extravagant in the same way as nimble is to. So prodigal, what is the meaning of prodigal? Prodigal is someone who spends a lot of money freely and foolishly. Okay, so a person spending money freely and foolishly is called as prodigal. And who is extravagant? Same synonym, spending much more than necessary is called as extravagant. So both these terms actually mean spending more. So when you know that both of them have the same meaning, it means that both of them are synonyms. All right, and then we need to know what is the meaning of nimble so that we get the synonym or the similar meaning word for nimble. Now what is the meaning of nimble? Nimble means quick, alert, and very clever kind of a person. Like he's quick in his actions, he's clever, like a nimble wolf. All right, so nimble depicts quick and clever. So what will be the word which will actually suit it? So let's check, let's find out and check what will suit it. Okay, so foolish, of course not. Brainy, yes. Imbecile, no. Rich doesn't really relates to. So therefore, I'll go with my answer as brainy, because brainy is the synonym of nimble. All right, now the first category done, which is related to the vocabulary. Now we'll move to another category, which is the alphabet based categories. So I'll tell you the general logic behind the alphabet based category. The general logic followed is, generally we need the place value of the alphabets. Okay, so for doing these questions, you need to know that A is equals to 1, K is equals to 11, Q is equals to 17, like that. Okay, so either you can learn it, or maybe you can just go through, use the terms like ejoti or cephalorux type of thing. Okay, just telling you few of them. Cephalorux. Okay, now what happens here, ejoti is a table of 5, so every term I have written in the ejoti is actually 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And cephalorux is a table of 3, where every term is a table of 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, like that. All right, so over here, place values are really important. You need to know the place values, and depending upon that, sometimes you see that the relation is +1, +6, -2, -3, like this. But the question which I have put forward on the screen is a bit different and interesting. Place values can also, like the alphabet based questions, can also be done based on the position of the alphabets. Let's say what needs to be done here. Now if you can answer this question before I do in this video, please, you can let me know in the comment section. Okay, now over here I see DIAL. Now what if I swap the positions or reverse the positions? If I reverse the positions, then this will be written as LAID. But LAID is not related to MBJE. But I know that L plus 1 gives me M. Similarly, A plus 1 gives me B, I plus 1 gives me J, and D plus 1 gives me E. Hey, there you go. So what was the logic here? The logic is, number 1, reverse, and number 2, add 1 to the present alphabet. Similarly, if we do the same thing with gift, first I'll reverse it. So I'll write TFIG, and then I'll do +1 all over. So if I do +1 all over, T plus 1 will give me U, F plus 1 will give me G, I plus 1 will give me J, and G plus 1 will give me H. So my answer will become U, G, J, and H. As you see over here in the options, do you find any option matching with this? I don't think so. So there is no option which is matching. So our answer will be none of these. All right. Now, moving next, category number 3. Category number 3 is a number based questions. Now, this is again a very frequently asked pattern, okay, where we have to figure out that what is the relation between the numbers. And here we see that 4 and 60, the direct relation which we can think of. Now, again, a very basic step which I'm going to discuss with you people, for those for whom analogy is quite a new thing to do. See, when we are relating numbers, if I see that the first number is smaller and the second number is bigger, then of course the relation is either in terms of addition or multiplication. Or see, square and cubes are nothing but multiplication only. So we can say that when the first number is small and the second number is big, it can either be addition or multiplication. But because the 60 in itself is quite big compared to 4, so therefore we'll go for multiplication and check. Now I know that 4 into 15 will give me 60, right? So that's somewhere I can feel that, all right, I can go for this. This is divisible. But the thing is that we need to check it. We need to check it very, very carefully. All right. And how will we check it? See, in analogy questions, nothing is wrong. Your logic can absolutely be the answer, and you can simply do 6 into 15 to get your answer. But the point is that if you do 6 into 15, you should get the matching answer in the options. If the answer is not matching in the options, then it means then it means that your logic is not matching with the logic of the question paper setter. All right, until and unless he has given a none of these. Okay, so over here, what is the logic? Let's try to think about it. What is the relation of 4 and 60? I know that there is one relation which is 4 cube is equals to 64, but 64 and 60 are not same. I'll need to subtract 4 to get 60. If I apply the same logic to 6 cube, and why does it comes to my mind? Because 6 cube is 216, which is close to all the options given here. And if I subtract 6 from here, I get 210, which is option A. So option A will be my answer. Quite a tricky one, but I thought of bringing forward such tricky questions only. Now, moving next to question number 2. Question number 2, again, 10 and 110 is related in the form of into 11. So the first thing which comes to my mind is 10 into 11 would give me this number. So similarly, I'll do 12 into 11. But 12 into 11 is 132, and 132 is not in the options, which actually gives me an indication that my logic is not matching with the question paper setter's logic. So what will I do in this respect? I'll try to establish another relation between 10 and 110 to get a relation in the other part. So 10 square is equals to 100, and 100 plus 10 is equals to 110. Correct? If I apply the same principle of 12 square, I get 144, and 144 plus 12 is 156, which is present in my options. That is option B. So therefore option B will be my correct answer over here. Quite easy to guess, right? Now, the next one is a really interesting one because it actually includes a separate category of question. This is an analogy based question only, but a group number based question. Group number means there are three numbers in a certain group, and there is some relationship between these three numbers in this group. The same relationship is followed by any of these four options. You have to establish that and find that. All right, so I know whenever, see, the easiest trick which I can share with you is that if there is a big number, huge number, and two small numbers, so somewhere or the other it strikes my mind to check the multiplication. Correct? But I know that 26 into 14 will give me a bigger number compared to what is 224. So I can try to use the reverse method. I can try to divide 224 by 14 and check what I get. I will get 16. And how is 16 and 26 related? 26 is 10 more than 16. So following this reverse pattern, I can say that take the middle number, subtract 10 from it, and then multiply it with the leftmost number to get the rightmost number. This is working right now, but we need to check it with the other options as well. So if I check it with this option, the first option, it will be 18 into 10, that is 180, not matching with 188. If I check it with option B, 16 into 20 is equals to 320, again not matching with it. Now finally coming to option C, this is 12 into 14, and that gives me exactly 168. That's the correct answer, which is the rightmost number. So option C is following the same pattern as was given in the above question. So therefore option C will be the correct answer over here. Wow. Now the fourth and the last category of question is the GK based question, guys. In the GK based questions, we are supposed to check what needs to be the relation between the existing verbs. I'll not write anything over here. It's just as simple as anything. Brass is to alloy. So what is brass? Brass is alloy. The relationship is that brass is an alloy. Similarly, silicon is what? Metal, metalloid, non-metal, or inert gas. Now, this is an understanding. This is a little bit of science understanding is required. And see, this is general knowledge, guys. So this is chemistry which was taught till standard 10. So anything taught till standard 10 is uniform to everyone. Silicon is basically a metalloid, and there are many other commonly known metalloids like silicon, boron, germanium, arsenic, antimony, okay, tellurium, etc. So therefore these are the commonly known metalloids, so silicon will go with metalloid. Option A will be my answer. Similarly, in question number 2 what happens? Gandak is to Ganga, Jhelum is to what? So if you know that Gandak is actually a tributary of river Ganga. So similarly, Jhelum is a tributary of which river? That river's name will be the answer. So Jhelum is the tributary of river Indus. So option B, Indus, will be the right answer of question number 2. And the last question for the day. Numismatist is to coins and lepidopterist is to whom? So I know this, everyone knows this very commonly known word, that numismatist is a person who collects coin. Similarly, lepidopterist will be a person who is collecting any of these four options. Now see, this is where your general knowledge skills are applied, okay? Your general knowledge, that do you know what is lepidopterist, okay? So don't go for leopard because it's lepidopterist. The correct answer is butterflies. A person who collects butterflies is called as a lepidopterist. So with this we come to the end of this video, where I have discussed some different categories of the analogy questions being asked in the TISSNET. And yes, as I have already mentioned in my video yesterday, that if you find it useful, you can definitely practice it on your own from various resources and from various reasoning books. But if you need to practice it with me, then you can definitely join my live sessions on Unacademy. I'll be coming live on Unacademy completely free of cost. What you just need to do is to download the app and follow me over there, and you will be notified about my classes every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 11 a.m. And I will be discussing the topics which we have learned in the YouTube videos over there by doing some questions on it, and you can connect with me live and discuss your questions or doubts with me as well. So if you found this video useful, please like this video, share it with more and more people, and subscribe to my channel if you are new to this channel. Until we meet again, please take care and